Hi, I'm Gayla. After 20 years of climbing the corporate ladder, I took the leap and started my own business to pursue my dream of creating a work-from-anywhere lifestyle. Having the freedom to work from practically anywhere is such a cool feeling. You're in the right place if you're looking for ideas and inspiration to start and grow your own online business. Every week in this podcast, you'll receive practical ideas, hints, tips, and tricks to help you grow your online business where you can leverage your time and you can accomplish more. You too can experience wonderful adventure and freedom as you live life on your own terms. Big changes are revealed today, and I wanted to tell you about the changes and why I had delayed to make those changes, even though I knew I was on the right path, and even though I knew I should have made those changes a long time ago. But this is now, and the time is right. You see, 8 years ago, I left the corporate world burnt out on the industry that I knew for 20 years. The company I worked for closed, and that was the push I needed to decide not to look for another 9-to-5 job. Instead, my desire was to do something on my own, and I was terrified, quite frankly. I had always worked for someone else. I had always had a paycheck every 2 weeks since I was out of high school, so I was terrified. But in searching for what to do, I came across the word virtual assistant. I had never heard that term before because I was steeped into the medical industry and I didn't know anything else, but I was intrigued. As I researched, I came to discover that in many ways, my role in my corporate job was, in essence, had a lot of similarities to the tasks that a virtual assistant would do. In fact, a lot of the things that I was doing was done virtually, managing other MRI centers across the country. So with the term virtual assistant in hand, Scrivener Solutions was born, and I began to stick my neck out there and network, telling people that I was a virtual assistant. Now, the business name came to be because, well, Scrivener is my last name, and Solutions is generic enough to allow me to help my clients in many, many ways. After all, businesses exist to solve other people's problems. You have a problem? Why can't we have a solution? Anyway, as a virtual assistant, I worked at gaining clients to do any administrative task. I just wanted to help and make things easier for my clients. But I quickly found out that I couldn't be all things for all people. Chris Ducker, in his book Virtual Freedom, warns business owners who are seeking a VA to stop blindly looking to have an unreal expectation of finding this one super VA who could do literally everything. They don't exist. Well, just like business owners shouldn't try to find this one person who can do everything, I recognize that I too shouldn't try to do it all. There were tasks that I began turning away. Things that, sure, I knew how to do in my own business, or I did it in my own business, but I didn't really enjoy it, and it didn't really give me much fulfillment. I started turning away those types of tasks. I think the biggest one had to do with bookkeeping. I needed to get away from that. I'm no bookkeeper. I can do it well in my business, but I don't really want to do that for everybody else. And there are so many other people that do books and love it. I, on the other hand, like a little bit more creativity. And early on, even though I researched being a provider on sites like Fiverr, that wasn't for me. I didn't want to have this one-off client seeking the lowest bid and not really feel like I'm helping them. What I value is a long-term relationship. Truly being invested in the growth of my clients. That's what I really love. I love getting to know them and seeing the long-term picture and being there and supportive when they make changes or pivot. I simply like helping them reach their goals. It's wonderful having that experience and walking that path with them. And what I found myself doing was more and more marketing tasks. I hired my first employee to help with my marketing tasks and slowly built a team where we systematically learn more and more about content marketing. It's funny, I think. Sales had scared me for many, many years. In fact, in college, I started with the major in marketing, of all things. But after my first semester, I told myself that I could never, ever sell anything. So I switched majors to business administration. And I think it's funny how things come full circle. Now, a couple of years into my business, this has been at least 6 years ago, I began doing direct mail newsletters and following copywriter Ray Edwards. And through Ray, I was introduced to brand U expert Mike Kim. I like the copywriting. I like the design. I like databases. And learning about content marketing and building long-term relationships became what I love to do. I realized that the tools of the trade, those CRMs, the websites, email providers, social media, just all those databases really are fun for me. I love seeing how systems can talk to one another, and I love the setup and formatting and designing of making all the communication work. Communication through our websites, through social media, email, all of that. For our clients, my team and I began to do only content marketing tasks, but my relationship became more to many of our clients. I became that sounding board and implementer of their content marketing strategy. In my heart, I knew the term virtual assistant confused many who asked about our services. When they heard that Scrivener Solutions was a virtual assistant company, they automatically thought two things. We are a VA staffing company where I'd pair client with VA to do whatever administrative task that was needed. And most admin tasks they were thinking about were answering phones, helping respond to email, data entry, and they had a tough time understanding our experience and expertise when it came to content marketing. It took a lot of explaining, but still, I was reluctant to label Scrivener Solutions as anything else as a virtual assistant company. I think it's because I was just comfortable with that. That was the term that I had latched onto early on and I began to identify with. And I had a tough time letting go of that. But I had been leaning toward remessaging by saying that we are a content marketing agency. But I was hesitant because I didn't want to be viewed as an advertising agency. Because in my mind, that's different. There are folks out there that are much more experienced with the paid advertising side, and I love working with them because what we can do on a consistent basis on building platform really helps the paid advertising, and it all works together. But the tasks involved with building your platform and making the right connections and building your tribe, they mount up. There's like a ton of tedious details, but those details matter, and they also get in the way of a solopreneur truly growing their business. I found that more and more clients that we work with appreciated that they could turn to Scrivener Solutions team and our systems and not have to worry about having to manage the several, they don't want to manage several individuals to do the big job of building their platform. But what they like is that they can work with one agency, and they were pleased that they don't have to learn all the tedious details of the setup and implementation. So they can free their minds, and they are free to write or record their content and leave the publishing and distributing to us. We work together with our client to fulfill their strategy. We implement. We're the implementers, I guess you could say. Well, with the encouragement of my mentor, Mike Kim, and the extra push from my mastermind group, Scrivener Solutions is no longer a virtual assistant company. Nope, we're cutting that out of our vocabulary. We are officially a content marketing agency, and we serve coaches, consultants, and solopreneurs. We help you leverage your time by tending to those tedious details of publishing and distributing your content while you focus on your message and your clients. Our website has a drastically different look. Our logo is totally different. I've incorporated gears in it to represent systems. You see, systems like social media and your website and your emails, your newsletters, all of that, they work together to make your brand and a cohesive message. We help with those systems. Now, I have to tell you, it's been like a huge weight has been lifted with this change. As Scrivener Solutions, we are implementers of a plan. And for me, as an individual, I've been consulting with clients, helping them to develop that plan or get that plan set up so that on an ongoing basis, the Scrivener Solutions team can implement that. I've launched our Gear Up to Accomplish More video series to help you if you're not quite ready to delegate to an agency yet. Now, I've been getting a lot of questions that little how-to videos would be perfect for. So, instead of just doing these quick videos, I've been doing videos quite some time, but they've been in the background. I just send them to the individual who asked. So instead of doing that, I am publishing these how-tos out on our YouTube channel. Also, each month, I'll be sending a monthly newsletter sharing quick links to our newest content. Whether our Scrivener Solutions team or another agency or you build your own team, my hope is that I can share useful information to help you lead a better virtual team and also help you grow your lifestyle business the way that you imagine and build it beyond what you're capable of doing yourself. I invite you to take a gander at our new website. Just hop over to scrivenersolutions.com. That's SCRIVENER solutions.com. Now, if you've been there in the past, you'll see the dramatically different look. If you've never been there to the website, well, I guess you won't have anything to compare to, but that's okay. You'll be seeing things change on our social media channels as well. And I'd love for us to connect and stay connected, to get to know each other. So if you're out on social media, which chances are you are these days, I'd like to offer you a free download of 48 social media post ideas. See, sometimes we get stuck on what to post in our feed, and this download may help. You can grab your copy by going to scrivenersolutions.com/48 ideas. Well, thanks for being here today and wishing you a fantastic day.